Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video for the new moon in Sagittarius 2022. For those of you who are new, hello and welcome in. We're going to be learning more about our own astrology, and then we're going to be utilizing the spiritual tools of the cards to learn more about how to tap in to that astrology based on what's currently happening in the sky. So I'll dive more into that in a moment, but if you want to learn how to get the most out of these readings, I do have a tutorial video for you that helps bring you up to speed with the intentions that I set and the little tips and tricks that I offer to you to get the most out of what it is that I share here. For those of you who are not new, hello and welcome back. It's so lovely to have you here. I'm really honored to be able to serve in this way, to be able to play with our astrological cycles and the cards to really help us to learn more about ourselves and to really make amazing leaps in our lives to the highest good of ourselves and the highest good of all. And if you want to support me, of course you can do that by engaging, liking, commenting, sharing, reaching out to me, letting me know what resonates, letting me know what questions you have. You can do that by donating. PayPal.me/devotedvulnerable, link is in the description, or you can sign up for one of my services at devotedandvulnerable.com/services, link is also in the description. So let's talk about new moon energy. New moons occur when the sun and the moon are in the same sign, at the same degree point. So the new moon always happens in the same sign that the sun is in. The sun moves into the sign of Sagittarius on November 22nd, and the new moon happens on November 23rd. The new moon will happen in 1 degree, 38 minutes. And this lunar cycle, most lunar cycles last 28 days. This one will last from the 23rd of November until the 23rd of December. So when we're talking about this guidance and advice for this lunar phase, we're going to be talking about this cycle period from November 23rd to December 23rd. So we're focusing on new energy, and we're focusing on new energy under the umbrella of the Sagittarian energy and archetype. The Sagittarian energy is the archer, the centaur, aiming its bow and arrow at what it wants. It's always aiming at truth and then aiming at other things as well. So if you want to learn more about how Sagittarius influences you and your chart, I recommend checking out my solar readings that I did for the solar shift into the sign of Sagittarius. The sun is the spotlight of our galaxy. As it moved into the sign of Sagittarius, it's spotlighting this sign, and we look at our own astrology to get guidance and deepen our understanding of how this energy and archetype shows up in our lives. You can click on the playlist showing up right now. That'll take you to those videos. The link is also in the description here. So if you want to visit that video after you're done with this reading, you can go do that. For this reading, we're focusing on new beginnings within the Sagittarian energy and archetype. We're actually going to be focusing on a new joy. We're going to be asking the cards to guide us to a new joy, a new beginning, a new expansion when it comes to the joy within our hearts. Sagittarians are optimistic, they're idealistic, they love to learn, they love to adventure, and they are very joyous in their nature. So we're going to be focusing on the joyous new beginnings that this new moon is going to bring us. We are going to be going to my new deck, the Starseed Oracle, to get guidance on where this new beginning of joy is showing up in our lives. I'm really excited to share this new deck with you. I've had it for a few months here, and this is the first time that I'm offering it in a public reading, so I'm really excited to get into the wisdom and guidance and beauty of this deck with you guys. Now, if you want to learn more about the astrology of this moment of the new moon, I'm going to recommend Pam Gregory's video, which will dive deeper into the astrological energies fully in play at the time of this new moon. It was a really great video that I watched, and I do want to link that video here and reference it to you if you want to learn a little bit more about the astrology. For us, we're going to be watching for the house that 1 degree, 38 minutes of Sagittarius shows up in our chart. Now, if you have no idea what that means, do not worry. I have a tutorial video that'll take you through how to enter in your birth data and how to learn how to read a chart and find a degree point like this. The degree point of Sagittarius, 1 degree, 38 minutes whatever house that's in for you, and again, that tutorial will show you where that is, that's the video that you watch. All of these introductions are the same, so if you're in the wrong video right now, no problem. Just go to the house that this 1 degree, 38 minutes shows up for you in your chart, and I'll see you there. This reading is for you if 1 degree, 38 minutes of Sagittarius shows up in your first house. So let's talk about the first house energy. The houses go in order of the zodiac story, 1 through 12. So the first house is ruled by the sign of Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. So the house representation is the where of the story. And the where of the Aries energy is the self. It's the first expression in our zodiac story. And so it represents our consciousness, our idea of ourself, what we're focused on, what our ego has to say about things, what our identity is, and the way that we appear to other people. So this is where in your life this new joy is going to be expressed. The first house energy in the house of yourself. So you're going to be experiencing a new joy when it comes to your consciousness, comes to your identity, your appearance, and your focus, and your idea of who you are and what it is that you're here to do in this world. Let's see what guidance is coming through from the Starseed Oracle. So, if you haven't already called in your spiritual support team, taken a few deep breaths, and opened your heart to receive the guidance that's most aligned for you at this time, I invite you to do that. Pause the video if you need more time. And now let's find out for the first house, Sagittarius, 1 degree, 38 minutes. What is your guidance for this new love that's coming through? Oh, yeah. So I've only experienced a few of these cards so far, and this is one that I have experienced. It's beautiful energy. Cracked open. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay. So a new joy is coming through your ability to embrace being cracked open. The cards brings this message. Don't let the weight and destiny of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more to it. Let it call even more of it home, into your body, at the center of your life. At the center front of your life. It is through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are created. It is when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It is through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds, and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. This is how light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to enter more fully. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Source, your support team. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. There's that idea and that theme of the self-orientation of this first house. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. The inquiry guided by this card, journaling prompt you could call it, is how can you let life crack you open? Okay, first housers. this new joy of self is coming not through a change that you are making in your being, but a change in the openness, the way that you allow yourself to be cracked open, to be broken down, and to be experiencing and encountering a deeper level of yourself than ever before. There's going to be so much joy in the energy that fills this hole, this crack. Once you've created space for new energy to come in by allowing this cracking to happen, you're going to experience the joy, a new way of being, a new understanding of yourself that you've never experienced before. This is what the Sagittarian new moon energy is offering you. Again, this is in the area of self, the area of who you are, your identity, your consciousness, your ego is being cracked open so that you can allow more light to enter in. And this is how you're going to experience a new level of joy this lunar phase from November 23rd to December 23rd. Let me know how this resonates. Let me know if you have questions. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.